Welcome back, guys, and we're back again with another video, and it's going to be a bit different again this time because we're going to be going through a bit of the process of actually getting this map ready to go on a server. And yeah, because it did take some while, it did take a little while, and I have made a few mistakes in the meantime, but it seems to be getting there. So yeah, let's check out some of the progress. So first things first, install Worldpainter, get really confused, do about 100 different videos to find out what exactly it is that I'm doing here, and yeah, then end up with something like this. And as fun as that is to do, it's not exactly the most realistic. So with a bit of progress, and slow progress at that, I did finally manage to find some ways of going about it. Downloaded a few custom paintbrushes, so not everything was looking quite circular. And yeah, I started to get to it. So obviously at first, going to have to get some sort of good map. I just use Google Earth, to be honest. It seems pretty good, very easily accessible as well. And yeah, like to get a nice shape. Next thing obviously was the mountains, which to be fair was quite hard. Again, I mean, I used at first another little map which I'll put up now, but that was a bit deceiving. My mountains ended up looking a little bit too big, and I wouldn't say great at that point, so then I had to go back to Google Earth and make a, well, get the little height comparison thing, and it literally tells you what height everything is, and you can make a bit of an estimated guess. So with a lot of time and a lot of videos and a lot of patience, I finally come to something that looks a little bit more like this. And yes, I do realise there are big pink lines on it, however that is generally as close as I could get it, the UK, and the lines are some sort of terrain editor thing. I for some reason can't get them back off. I'm sure there is a way to get them off, but I don't want to ruin anything, so I seem to have got the balance quite right here. As you can see, we got these little jagged marks, but that's just populating certain areas. But anyway, I won't go too much into this because it's not how to use this. Obviously, if anybody does comment and I do get a bit more interest in this, I might do a little tutorial, but for the moment we're just going to be showing this map. So you can see it's got a bit more in detail. If we zoom in a little bit there, we've tried to include major lakes, rivers, mountains, etc. If I go in this cool little view here, it should be able to show us like the range of the mountains and how they will sort of look in the game. Again, you'll have to ignore that big purpleness that we got going on here. So yeah, pretty happy with what we got here. Mountains seem to be a bit more yeah, a bit more the size they probably should be, rather than when you first start and they end up with like a huge triangle in the sky. I did try as well to do a 1.14 version, but it seems that version is, I don't know, the resources and stuff don't quite load up like the 1.12.2. So if we just open this one up, as you can see, quite nicely it has worked out. I did use some of the auto resources as well to do some of the trees and stuff to make it look a lot more natural. It's looking pretty good. We're having stuff spawn in. Obviously I checked at night as well. We do seem to have a lot of horses. I don't know if that's a 1.12 thing, because I know there's not quite as many non-hostile mobs that spawn, but anyway, it's looking pretty good so far. And yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the result. I know the first couple of tries as well, the mountains were looking pretty much all like that, but I spent quite some time sort of fixing that up and trying to make it look as much as I could like the map. As you can tell though, the only problem is that we only had one actual like village spawn in, so I might have to do a little bit of changing over there, just or make something myself or something for the players to eventually find on the map. And I think I might, yeah, I think I probably will do that. You can see the path sort of comes off a bit here, and this is actually based on the main motorways running through the UK, this big dirt road, so it goes around where goes around London on the M27, I believe. Sorry if I'm wrong there. And it goes all the way up to Scotland, and yeah, pretty much all the other main places here. So yeah, the map's looking pretty good, and I think it's time now to actually pop it onto a server to be able to get it playing. And quite a short time later, I've actually managed to succeed with quite some ease. So I've got to say, I'll give it to them there, that they do make a level that is extremely easy to actually put straight onto a server. So let's get going. We've got a silly little thing there. I don't even know why I wrote that, but you know, I had to write something, and SMP UK. So hit join. Nice, and we are here. Should have been in creative mode, but I think I've changed some of the settings. 1 second, game mode, see. Lovely. And yeah, as you can see, same spot. And this is actually the only village that has come up, unfortunately. We've had stuff like underwater monuments, etc. But this is the only actual village with villagers. And one of the problems that I did encounter as well is the fact that there's obviously not much desert in the UK. So I only managed to do a little bit, and we got no actual structures spawning there, which means we're going to need some essential items on here, such as anything from like saddles to just more villages with stuff in, which I think I might have to do myself just to complete it. The idea here is, and how you start, is that this is the complete south of the UK. This is the Isle of Wight. And then coming across to actually quite close to where I live, which is over here. And we're going to be starting off in a ship. It's going to be discovering this island, and it's going to be like, I haven't actually researched the year yet, but the year that, you know, Britain got discovered, let's say, and to be either taken over, built on. You know, if people decide to, they might build the actual cities as they are now, or they might change stuff over. That's completely up to them. I'm not really going to populate the map much. I might just make a few broken bridges, but even that I'm not really too tempted to do at the moment. So I want to make it really, you know, like you've just landed here, and yeah, you want to get on and actually build some stuff up. And of course, another important feature for every Java server, as I'm learning, are plugins. Ah, boy do I love plugins. And we're back again, and as you can see there, we have us some plugins. Thank God. One of the problems that I do have, and I've been thinking about a lot, is the fact of, do I use plugins for other things that I need, or do I do it with commands? I've mostly ever been used to Bedrock commands. However, I've been learning a bit on Java, and I do like to have it a bit more personalized. So I'd like to have certain things in a certain way, plus anti-grief stuff. Like, it's good. I always seem to have a problem with the permissions and stuff like that, though, and something always gets mixed up with something else, and it is a bit annoying. So I might end up doing it with command blocks, although it does work so differently. I don't know if anybody else has switched recently or just tried Java after playing Bedrock for a while, but yeah, they're different. You've got some really cool different commands that you can't do in Bedrock, especially team I am looking into a bit more. However, apart from that, I don't know a huge amount, so yeah, we'll have to look into that. And back to spawn, I think the boat's going to go somewhere around here. Yeah, got to be honest, not the greatest at boats. However, I'm going to give it a good try. I'm going to check out some other builds, but yeah, we're sort of medium, large. I might have to just have a quick research about what era or what year it was that Britain got discovered, and see if there was boats in that time. If not, I might just have to make it up and go along with it. God, it's like being on 2B2T again with this water. I forget about this. It's awful. What an awful effect up underwater. I can barely build. Honestly, what is this about? Well, I'm not going to lie, I'm actually quite proud of this boat. I haven't built a proper boat like this before, or a pirate boat anyway, and it's looking pretty snazzy. I've even done the sails a little bit. It's not quite right, and I think, in fact, it might be a little bit too far forward. But yeah, to be fair, I'm quite happy. And another little feature you might notice popping up in the chat was the fact that it was saying this, and I finally managed to work around plugins somehow. I figured some out anyway, and we've got a cool little land protection or land claim thing. It's pretty easy, put a fence around, you type some stuff in there, and then you can just come configure it in here with a pretty neat GUI. Let me see if I can actually remember the right one. No. RP... There we go, and everything is nice and configurable for everybody, from buttons, etc, and stuff like that. Just thought I'd test it here for a little rules area, but yeah, I think that's going to be suffice for that one. Next permissions to sort out are the TPs, which I think I've done so far. With most of the permissions and plugin stuff pretty much out of the way. I mean, I might make some extra kits. I've basically just done one simple tools kit, so everybody can get started and get along their way. And another thing I did want to work on, in fact, was warps. Because I thought, what's the point of having a map of the UK if you can't just go to different towns? Obviously, I don't want to make it too easy for people, so I'm not sure how I'm going to work around that. But I did start setting up a few warps. See if we can get them up on here. Okay, we'll have to sort that one out. But yeah, anyway, so once I do switch that back to true again, I've actually just done a few of the towns on the south coast, but I can't do the whole towns in the whole of the UK. I'll be here forever. So I had actually built a few villager places, or houses even, with some villagers, and it appears that my map is so large at points that I can't actually find them again, unfortunately. I've done two. I think I'm going to do a few more, because the problem with this is, I think like I mentioned earlier, is that we don't have certain things that have spawned, which will give you stuff like saddles, etc. And obviously you're going to want horses to travel around a little bit faster here. So I'm just doing like a house, a few villagers, or enough to be able to breed them. And then some saddles and some other bits you might not get, like diamond armor. Sorry, not diamond armor, like horse armor and stuff like that. So hopefully that will help with the players, and I think I'll probably get on with a bit of a build now. And I might have to have some trees here, to be fair. Although I've been told after there's one. So I've been told after a long discussion that this area in the southwest even, had to be a little bit more marshland, if that's the word. Anyway, it was looking a bit too desert before. People were not happy. They told me no, it's in fact, it's more like a swamp slash a forest. So I've went for that look. But anyway, as you can see down here, I've got to be honest, I've not gone for the greatest of expenses on a building, but I've made them a simple little place. They've got some beds, etc., and I've tried to name the villagers by where they're at, and a few little goodies to find. Again, these aren't going to be spread everywhere. I'm hoping what will happen is obviously some some areas might gain more power than other, or some areas might control the saddles, some might control the wheat business. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, I think it's time to go on with building. And in this time, I just thought I'd mention, if you are looking for a Discord community to join, or in fact other servers, or this server as well, check out the Shack, which is my Discord server, steadily growing Minecraft community. We've got to about 250 members so far, and it is still growing, so check it out, and I'm sure you'll find a server that you'll like. And another thing to add as well, if you're looking to start your own Java server, if you want to check out SeekaHost, they are good friends, and they do run some awesome servers, cheap to rent, and good quality servers as well. This one will in fact be switched over to them as soon as it's all complete. And yeah, I really do suggest them. I'll leave a link in the description to both the Discord and SeekaHost as well. Well, that certainly was tiring and slightly tedious. However, I do feel a bit happier now, and it does feel like this UK map is a bit more alive, with a few more villagers and things going around. Plus, we've added some carrots and stuff like that, so they can actually breed. And I've made sure there's been sort of different villagers spawning. So I think I'm almost done here, and we're ready to go. I mean, it's already on a server now. However, I've not shared the address or anything like that, and I'm just going to have to build a quick Discord for it just to get all the members up and together, but it's looking pretty good so far. I've got to say, I am quite happy for my first map editing video, and obviously map itself, it's looking pretty good. Sorry, we've got all the major roads there. Obviously we have got some breakage in the road, but that's obviously for people to actually build some bridges. I've gone all the way up north, up to Scotland. I've been over down south to the Isle of Wight. And all the way on either corner, and we're looking pretty good so far. Some of the mountains are a little bit big, but again, we're going a bit further back in the future when stuff had not been built. Oh, here we are, back with one of our little houses here. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. I've checked the ores. I've actually slightly upped the percentages of diamonds on this one, not by a lot. It was on 1%. I've changed it to 2%. Because boy, is it annoying trying to find them diamonds sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. And where are we now? Are we in Ireland? Oh god, I get lost myself. But yeah, all that fun stuff of organising the map and stuff like that to come. And I think I might make a little bit of a series on this now, because I mean it is quite interesting. I'd like to see it grow, but we'll see anyway. So after this video, we'll see what the interest is like. If there's been a bit of interest, we might carry it on, because yeah, it's looking quite fun, and I do want to play it myself. I'm quite happy as well with how this the auto resource has worked, and the auto caves and stuff like that. They are looking pretty good if we just head in there. because I was actually going to attempt to do it all myself by hand until I realised this neat little option. And yeah, I probably should have had the light on, but there you go, as you can tell, it's a proper cave, and it's looking pretty good. Let's go all the way down here, got ourselves some lava. I should have brought some lights, but I don't really want to ruin it, but yeah, this is looking nice. This is, yeah, much better than I would have done. Let's see if we can actually check any diamonds as we're down. It's the first proper look this far down. These caves are really nice, I've got to say. For a 1.12.2 version, I'm yeah, liking this. Oh, anyway, let's not explore too much of this. Ah, isn't that nice? I feel like I've conquered the world. Well, the UK at least. And on that note, guys, thanks for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you really liked it. Hopefully more on this to come soon. And before I forget to mention, I will be leaving the link in the Discord, to the Discord rather, in the description this, because it is going to be a public server, open for everybody. So if you watched up until this far, made it to the end of the video, well done first of all, and yeah, hope to see you on there. Thanks again, bye bye.